Why not finally make an alternate Chun-Li costume? All right, but again, we're going to see NuckleDu trying to zone out as much as possible. Abigail, obviously, the large size and the slow speed going to make it a little bit harder for him to get in against the defensive sonic booms from Guile. But you mentioned earlier, Itabashi usually does pretty well against Guiles, you know? And so we see here, and the damage output from Abigail. Oh, he baits out the flash kick!
Is that going to be stunned?
It is.
Goodness.
And so Itabashi with a great start here. Not going to kill because of all the scaling from the damage that got him stunned. But all he takes is one throw to do it. And I love going with the regular throw instead of the command throw, even though that's techable. If NuckleDu had jumped, he could punish the command throw. So instead, going with the regular throw, command throws with so much more whip.
And I mean, even though Abigail's walk speed is so slow, he's just got access to so many things. I mean, including a parry.
Yeah, and
wild.
Good range buttons as well.
But now, a win for Itabashi is also a win for Canada. I mean, look, this is technically a Canadian win as well.
Abigail from Canada.
Vroom, vroom.
Oh, using the armor to absorb the V reversal. Oh, he went for the hard combo right there. You can get the back heavy punch juggle twice in a row, but very hard to time that properly.
Nice, gets the jump in.
Oh, but he had all the meter for the critical art, so Itabashi just like that, taking game number 1 over NuckleDu. And so, oh, look at this, popping off to the crowd.
Is it a pop-up or is he checking something?
Oh, I think he's checking something. Yeah. I'm just going to call it a pop-off. Itabashi popping off. No, actually.
Just like Abigail, this big flex, chest out. You got this.
Of course, NuckleDu has a lot of characters under his belt as well. So he's also got Armika and a bunch of, you know, he's played some Cammy before, but I'm curious to see what he's going to go with here. If he's going to go with, just stick with Guile, because, you know, I feel like that's the right choice, but oftentimes NuckleDu has said that he will pick the character against his opponent based on the opponent player. So the year he won Capcom Cup, I think he fought 2 Chun-Lis, and on one Chun-Li he picked Mika, the other Chun-Li he picked Guile. Because it was the proper character versus the player. So, you know, maybe he might feel like, maybe he feels like Mika might be the right kind of character to play against Itabashi, because the way he plays Mika is a little more wild. And so that wild might match wild a little bit better.
And he OCV'd Team Japan at Canada Cup 2016.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Using
Mika.
There you go.
And that was a win for Team America. He just went through this, like, one after the other. Just
yeah, I remember in 2016 at Canada Cup.
Didn't he win that Canada Cup as well?
He won versus Xiaohai, and that was right when everyone was talking about Xiaohai. So the year started with, you know, a bunch of strong players, and then Xiaohai was the one that started dominating towards the end of the year. But then NuckleDu won Canada Cup, just blowing up Xiaohai and really kind of put himself into that mix. And then sure enough, just like a month later, he took Capcom Cup, like a month or 2 later. So
that was tough though. He was against Ricky, and I was really cheering for Ricky. That's when I'm the most biased.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we all love Ricky Ortiz.
Any amount of money, I'm like, I'm betting it. It looks like him.
Unfortunately, Ricky was unable to make it out of the last chance qualifiers
against Smug, but top 8.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it was DJZ who made it out of there with Manat from Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah.
Taiwan, yes. But I'm not sure what the situation here. And you can see in the background over here, we actually got a nice little preview
NL versus Storm Kubo.
Yeah, NL versus Storm Kubo. And Storm Kubo with the lead here. Now, what's interesting is that there are some people who do believe that, you know, Abigail gives Cammy a lot of problems. I think it's kind of an even matchup, largely because of what NL did to Storm Kubo at final round earlier this year. He blew him up, but it's not happening here. You can see Storm Kubo is going to take it 3-1 over NL. So Storm Kubo advancing forward with that Abigail.
But you know what I'm really curious about? Let's take a look at the bracket, because we do have 2 streams worth of content. So let's get an update on what's been happening. So we had our round 1. What we saw was Taquito taking it 3-1 over Angry Bird. Big Bird and Gachikun taking it 3-0 We have Oil King versus Momochi, which we just saw. Very close, the closest match we've seen on stream to date. Let's look at the lower half, though, where we had Fujimura taking it 3-2 over Picoro. So just like Ultra David said, don't sleep on Picoro. We just saw the Kaba versus Xian 3-1. We had a little update there. NL versus Storm Kubo 1-3. So what do we have coming up? There's Fujimura and Kaba. I'm so curious.
Oh, yeah. But look at this. You can see right there the next match on the other side is going to be Daigo and Punk. Oh, boy.
That's spicy. That is spicy. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match there. That one definitely goes back and forth between those two. And, you know, it's going to be interesting because, you know, although Punk is obviously from the United States, but there's also a lot of Daigo fans in the United States. So I'm wondering who the crowd is going to be rooting for in that matchup. But that is going to be on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters 2. Over here on one, we're in the middle of NuckleDu versus Itabashi Zangief, and I'm not sure what the situation is that they have over there. I know what, you know, Itabashi was definitely gesturing for someone to show up and asking about something, so they're probably just trying to fix something right now on the setup. So, but we will continue that match as soon as we can.
Well, there's a lot on the line. I mean, you want to make sure, you know, everything's perfect with your stick, all the cords are connected properly.
And if you're Tokido, you'll measure the distance. You know, you measure the distance with the tape.
It's not a joke, though. He gets results. Okay? He gets results. He's got the perfect posture, as we saw at Canada Cup, where he just sits. He doesn't even use the back of the chair. He sits at a perfect 90-degree angle. Feet perfect width apart, and the measurement.
Yeah, that's what I need to learn. I like to slouch a lot in my chair. I need to learn to, you know, get that Tokido posture.
I have thought about it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We did Canada Cup. I was like, how do I sit? Oh.
I'll learn to, you know, shout outs to all the, I always give a shout outs to one Caitlin who does a lot of good help for the like ergonomic stuff in the FGC. So, you know, shout outs to her. Always get some good advice from there. So to make sure that we sit with right posture, sit with the right legs, and all these things.
Okay, I like the New York style though. The New York MVC style, like controller on the floor, foot on the stick, and like gloves so you can like glide.
Yes. So it was for the button rubbing right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do they call it? The washboard method. That's what it was for hitting buttons as fast as possible. Oh, look at this. NuckleDu busting out the jersey now.
Now, historically this season, I don't think that these two players have gone against each other. I couldn't find any data on NuckleDu versus Itabashi. So this is kind of like their first encounter, and it's at the finals. So I think that also plays into a lot of things. Because you can fight an Abby, you can fight an Abigail, but going against NuckleDu, I mean, he has this cool thing too where he's a pad player, so he can use the D-pad and then use the analog stick to charge his flash kicks.
Yeah, he's actually told me before that's how he does. Sometimes he'll reach over with his right hand and flick the left analog stick to do like sonic booms and stuff. It's really interesting style right there. But here we go. So this is actually game 2 between these guys. Itabashi taking game number 1, and sure enough, NuckleDu is not switching characters. Going to stick with Guile.
America. Shout outs to all. Yeah. Good morning to everyone who's a Guile player. I love Guile. God, the forward fierce is just, it's so nice. It's got so much reads. Oh, God. And then the overhead kick, just such a good zoning tool, like to get that spacing.
Yeah. It's like, it's a great poke.
Yeah. You see Daigo use it a lot. We see lots of the V skill from NuckleDu towards Itabashi.
And that's the second time we've seen NuckleDu try to anti-air with that offensive crouch heavy kick. And the second time that Itabashi has just eaten it up. And so now NuckleDu in the corner and Itabashi with the lead. But here we go. Oh, just walks into that. Not sure what happened for Itabashi right there. Itazan for short, of course. And that's actually going to be a really powerful tool against Abigail. It's just jumping at him when he's not expecting it. Because you can hit a jump attack so early because he's so tall. Oh, got to the other side. The parry has the tendency to lean forward a little bit. You see how Abigail like juts forward a little bit, and it pushed him too far forward so that that little jutting forward is an attack, and it whiffed on NuckleDu.
God, and Abigail's just got so much health. He really doesn't mind taking some of these trades. Like, he's going to have to sacrifice, like, at least, 30% right here, this much to get in.
Yeah, and he's got that V reversal and critical art on deck. Abigail known for just the extreme damage output. But you see right there, so that, same situation we saw it last time.
Such control from Du. Look at this. He's sitting on perfect. Oh, just as they say.
God, that same interaction right there. It's that button that Itabashi is using, that jumping heavy punch that just shifts his hurt box enough that makes it so that anti-air is not working for NuckleDu. But NuckleDu, one of the things that he has been finding success is the Sonic Boom and then watching Itabashi and then jumping afterwards to follow it. Because, like I said, it can be a problem for Abigail. Oh! Yeah, he's going to be able to avoid the unblockable, but not going to recover in time. And Itabashi, Itazan, is going to use all of his meter there for the round kill.
Vroom, vroom.
Man, this is a scary situation here for NuckleDu. Again, a former Capcom Cup champion, and last thing he wants to do is go into the loser's bracket in the first round. But you know what? Itabashi doesn't want to either, so he is here fighting his way.
Ooh, double balayette, the double sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Just empty all himself.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, nice air to air.
Double
balayette.
balayette.
Yeah, because ballet is like to sweep.
It sounds much better when you say it than I do, so I'll leave the French to you.
Zangief doing good at working him into the corner, but there's Du getting out. Oh, full combo.
Didn't block low, and he's not going to spend any of that Sonic the V trigger Sonic Booms just yet because it's such a nice tool to get that distance back here. So he's being walked backwards, but he's still got that trigger. So yeah, now he can push back a little bit and use it for jumping. Oh, he missed the throw, and the crouching heavy punch missed. Oh my God, he's going to be able to cancel into a critical art. I think this is going to do it. Yes, and just like that, with one missed crouching heavy punch, Abigail, Itabashi Zangief able to take all that life and now go up 2-0 over NuckleDu.
Are we going to see another 3-0 blowout?
Man, I mean, that would be a shock. I mean, I don't think anybody here would have expected a 3-0 here on this matchup. But again, NuckleDu was
change. Are we going to see Mika?
I doubt it, because I feel like he was doing really well with Guile that last one. He basically had that match won. It was just that one crouching heavy punch that he tried to anti-air with, but Abigail had gotten, Itabashi Zangief had gotten just far enough to the other side to land the cross-up and avoid that, and that was all he needed was that one combo right there. Oh man, checking their notes again.
The preparation.
Yep.
All right, let's get back into it. This is potentially the last game if Itazan takes control of it.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Kick.
That is a very crucial thing for NuckleDu to do, because that flip gives Abigail a freeway in. So you just don't ever want to let him get in with a giant flip like that. See that, just like that. You see how he just builds that distance. He closes the gap. Oh, and he predicts the jump out with the towards heavy punch.
Keeps him in the corner.
Oh, he gets out.
Gets the cross up. And that was really cool because Guile really only has access to one cross up. Yeah. Oh my goodness, here's the throw. We're going to see it again.
So that was such a key moment right there
Almost
for NuckleDu to get out of the corner. And you see how much the fight changed as soon as he switched the sides with Itabashi.
Yeah, landing that cross up was huge.
Okay, yeah.
Nice EX boom.
Super fast startup. Very easy to have someone walk into that. And again, those jumps right there from NuckleDu. And he has not been able to find an anti-air to beat that jumping heavy punch from Itazan at all. And so he's going to take a ton of damage. Look at that. It was over half
his life is gone.
The command throw. So that's the first time Itabashi has busted out the command throw. The second time here, saving it for this last game.
Oh,
and then there it is. Baits out the EX flash kick and takes out NuckleDu here, and now he is at match point. Is this going to be a 3-0?
Let's see, we got good control with the booms. Oh, sits on it.
Yeah, so hard to neutral jump the slow Sonic Boom a lot of the times. Oh, somehow missed that and try to go for a parry. Yeah, smart from NuckleDu to just be patient, not attack in too obvious of a rhythm. I always call that syncopation of buttons. Want to always hit everything just a little off rhythm.
Gets the side switch. Is he going to get through? Oh, here we go. This could turn the tides.
Oh, yeah. And doesn't go for the full Abigail punch just so he has better frame advantage afterwards. Oh, he went for the parry, but it didn't work.
NuckleDu closing out that game with the EX flash kick.
And so NuckleDu is on the board, so it is 2-1. So we don't have a 3-0. Are we going to get our first 0-2 comeback? That's the question. And I've seen NuckleDu do this so many times. In fact, I still remember, I think it was at Texas Showdown, that he was down 0-2 versus Problem X and made the comeback all the way. So he's definitely very capable of it. All he has to do is just get in your head. But he needs to find an answer to that jumping heavy punch right now. He hasn't been able to anti-air that at all.
I mean, with big body characters like this, it's just so intimidating when you see their approach as well. God, this character's so good. Oh, there's an opportunity right there. NuckleDu takes it. Again, good boom pressure. Keep him away.
Oh, reflects it, but you know what? NuckleDu predicted that, so he jumped over and was able to punish that back heavy punch. Oh, gets away from the standing heavy punch right there. Okay, there we go. Punching through the Sonic Boom and then into Guile, and there we go, the unblockable. But sometimes you just want to take that unblockable because it causes a lot of damage scaling. Here we go.
That EX flash kick, is he going to make it back? The stun is gone down. Oh, and NuckleDu takes that round.
I love the choice to activate the V trigger after he blocked the Sonic Boom because that just gave him a safe place to activate it and then start sending a barrage of booms at Itabashi. You can see that it got him that round win.
Love the flash kick. Very nice. Good blocking on that jump.
Good awareness on that giant flip. Like I said, you gotta limit the number of giant flips that Abigail's can get in on you. Otherwise, you're just gonna world of hurt. And now look at this Sonic Boom zoning right now. The boom zoning is working out great for NuckleDu. But you know what? He's probably gonna go for a jump at some point. Oh, what a whip punish! Oh,
all right,
man.
in the corner, big things. Is it going to be stunned?
Look at the damage on this!
Stun.
Oh, this is even better for Itabashi because, yes, he's going to get the stun on there, and the one-hit stun means very little scaling, and that's why the combo not stunning was actually better for Itabashi than had it stunned.
Abigail's one of those characters that the more I read about the frame data and the more I see the information in FAT, the more angry I get. Like, I just get really, really mad. I was like, he's got everything.
Yes, character is very, very strong. And yet, still not considered one of the top 5. There's like a top elite 5, and he's not even in that category there. Guile is, however, and NuckleDu right now is just trying his best to stay alive. You can see he's already been pushed all the way into the corner here.
And again, I like the boom pressure that you commented on before.
And the side switch. This is so big for NuckleDu. Remember, the last time he got this side switch and put Abigail in the corner, it was all downhill. Look at this pressure right now.
Oh, my goodness. He still's got access to an EX as well.
Oh, boy. It could all go downhill right now. It could all go downhill. Look at that.
Big damage. Lots of stun.
To the other side. EX
God.
gets him. Punch, the stun, only 3 moves. This is going to be big damage off of it, and it's going to be enough. And just like that, Itabashi with the comeback against NuckleDu. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what Abigail can do to you. Just activated the V trigger, got 1 EX command throw, and it just all disappeared. All that health just went away.